Well, Courtney and I had tried to do service projects with our own children and just had a hard time finding things where they either didn't take kids or you had to be 8 or 12 or things like that that made it really difficult for a family to go and serve together. So we wanted to come up with a solution to that.
Soul Hope, it was one of our events that we did. We started by collecting jeans, old denim that people didn't need anymore, that they were going to normally give to the Goodwill or something. And these kids that are in Uganda have no shoes, and when they're walking around, I mean, that would be painful as it is, but they also have little sand jiggers that burrow into the bottoms of their feet. So they really need these shoes. And they've figured out a way to give women in Uganda a job by repurposing this denim and using other materials to make the soles of the shoes. We had different patterns that we traced, and that was what we did at the actual event, trace patterns, and the kids cut the patterns out. We would safety clip them together and send them down, and they would take each of those pieces and repurpose them into a shoe for a kiddo in Uganda.
Something to Eat was a meal packaging program that we had heard about through Youth Front, and what they do is package food for either disaster relief, or they send it here locally to Harvesters, Mission Southside, different places, different food banks here in Kansas City. So each bag of food that we packaged, or had the families packaged, fed 6 people. The families came in, donated the money, and then as a family, they filled those bags. So they're each playing a role in actually putting the packages together. We had a huge turnout. We had 3 sessions of 108 people in each session. So we ended up with packaging over 12,000 meals in one night, which was super encouraging. So that was a really neat project, and probably one of the most popular.
Everybody gets to wear fun little hair nets, and the kids had fun with those. Mm-hmm. And it's very hands-on. Everybody has a job. Everybody has to help each other, and it's really a neat program. So.
We got involved with Harvesters because they're the largest food bank in Kansas City. So we really wanted to get involved with them, and they have a constant need for people to come in and volunteer, and it's really, really easy to do. But you do have to be 8 and older to do that. So that one was a little bit tough with us because we want to provide opportunities for everyone. We've done back snacks for kids, so when they go to school they get government funded meals, so they have meals all week, and then when they go home for the weekends there's not always food there. So what our kids did is, in assembly line fashion, just putting in the things into the kits for them to take home for back snacks, so that they could have food over the weekends. The part that I like the best about Harvesters is, like, the kids work hard. Like, they are working the whole time, lifting things, they're putting things in. I mean, they're constantly doing something. They got excited, and that's the part that I think both of us really, really love, is seeing the impact that serving has on the kids, and seeing how much it does fill their hearts and their lives.
And also just raising awareness about the fact that there are other kiddos out there who don't have something to eat when they go home at the end of the day, or when they leave on Friday and they need to come back to school on Monday. I mean, I think just simple facts like that are really eye-opening to my kids and, the other kids that participate in some of these different KindCraft events. Basically, my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, Heather, has been losing her vision over the last few years, and so it was really important to me to do something that helped that community in some way. We got involved with a really neat foundation called the Foundation Fighting Blindness, and they do these different events all across the country. We had families come and register for the event, and then they would come and have dinner at Texas Roadhouse. And they wore these things called mindfolds, basically like a really fancy blindfold that made it completely dark for them. Kids commented about how they couldn't find their food with their fork, or how they were much messier when they were eating.
It was a really great experience for not only the kids, but like as an adult. Like, how would I raise my kids if I couldn't see? I can't help them. I can't, like, just the things that we take for granted.
Anyone at all can be a part of KindCraft. There's no membership fee or anything. It's just a matter of signing up for an event and saying, I want to be a part of this and I want to do this. On our website, you can subscribe to a newsletter, and that comes out just once a month, about mid-month. We also have shirts, but the shirts are not a requirement to be in KindCraft, but they're kind of just for fun. And when we go to the events, most people wear their shirts. But it's a little bit of a sense of community. So.
The community has made this what it is.
Really, all we've done is started the ball rolling. We got the idea out there, and then without everybody else's support, KindCraft wouldn't be anything.
I want my kids to see that this is what we're called to do, and this is more important than anything that we could be involved in. And so, for me, that's important.
And I think by participating in a lot of these different events, kids can feel a lot more grateful about the things that they have and how lucky they really are when they are able to see not everyone is as fortunate as they are. So that's a huge part of it for me too.